Good morning, creative stampers, and happy Card Challenge Wednesday and happy February. Oh, I love February. It's hearts and pink and red. It's everything. And here in Texas, it is white. It is a white day because the ice is like, I look out at the window and it's just white street and white sidewalks and a little bit of white in the grasses. It wasn't very thick, but it's all ice. So Texas is closed because we can't go anywhere unless we have like spikes on our tires to grip into the ice. But anyways, it's a lot of fun. My husband's home and looks like we'll probably be home tomorrow too, because I don't see this stuff melting tonight. So, oh my goodness, look at all these wonderful people. Hello, hello. And I know the ice goes all the way up into Tennessee. So if any of you all are suffering with ice, my heart is with you. I've got Shella and Joyce and Joyce is one of my new team members. Just love having you here. Donna, Anna, Kim, Carlos, Mary, Susan, Linda, Pat, Vicky. Hello, 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 you guys, and Chris. So fun. Okay. Before we get started, so what we're going to do today, we have a card challenge. And this card challenge is just tearing paper. Okay, that's the challenge. You just have to tear paper and put it on the card. But I'm going to do some other techniques besides that in this card. I'm going to tear paper. I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you some tips on how to tear the paper so you get the kind of look you want. I'm going to do a watercolor wash for my background. So we're going to do some watercoloring. And then I'm going to be using what we call reverse stamping. We actually, Stampin' Up makes reversible stamps. So I want to show you that too. I'm using a stamp set that I hadn't opened yet. That is another challenge I have for this month. So February, our celebration, Stampin' Up is having this huge sale for January and February, and we're halfway through it. So we only have February. So I'm trying to use up as much of the product for that by the end of the month. So I'm using another card today, another stamp set that I hadn't opened. So I've got lots of stamps to share with you this month. Okay. Sandy is in Spring, Texas. Are you iced in, Sandy? Spring is way over there, so I'm pretty sure you are. Yay, Deborah caught the live. All right, let's move my screen over. Here we go. And also put this banner up. You can join this card challenge over on my Facebook page called Creating with Kristina. Now, I have two Facebook. One is a page and one is a group. The page is the public one where you're watching this live, unless you're watching on YouTube. And the other Facebook group that I have is called Kristina's Creative Stampers. And that is a private group for my customers and other people who just want to be in there for card inspiration and stuff. So be sure you're at Creating with Kristina to join the challenge. All right. Speaking of challenges, are you ready to find out who won last week's? So last week we did a sunburst with our paper. And this week we're doing the tear paper, but here we go. Congratulations to Bonnie. And I don't dare pronounce your last name. It's a good either Polish or Russian or something like that kind of name. I would say Swalkiewicz. Anyways, Bonnie, congratulations. Look at her beautiful sunburst card done in greens. Love that. Beautiful card. Okay, Bonnie, you need to email me. Here is my email. Email me your mailing address so I can send you a prize. And anyone else who wants to get in touch with me, that is the best way. Email. Okay, back to our comments. Remember, if you have a question or anything. Oh, Kitty says in Holland, it's 7 degrees and windy. Well, it's only 28 here, so we're kind of balmy. Not really. Texas does not like cold. Okay. And let's take that off of there and go here. So we have a nice big group. All right. Today's card. Here we go. First thing is we need a card base, and I am going with Pool Party, and I've cut it at 4 1/4 by 11 because I'm going to be tying some twine around it. I usually don't do what you call the tent style card, and so you just fold it in half here. Okay, I get my bone folder. And so it stands up like this. Whoop. It stands up like that. So we call it a tent fold, but it's so that I can tie twine around here. Okay, so there's my base. Got that done. What's the next thing? DSP. Okay, now I want to show you this DSP. It is absolutely gorgeous. This is called By the Bay, and it's a specialty paper because it's got iridescent on it and gold. And the backside is matte, but the backside is beautiful, and both sides are. And see that shimmer? And that one has the shimmer. And then that's got, you barely see that one. Those are just lines across it. This one is really pretty. It's gold. I don't know if it's getting a good reflection. Anyways, look at these goldfish. I love that. Okay. Oh, and then this one here. Beautiful. And then these oysters have pearl on them. So, and the back of the one is like that. Now, I couldn't decide which paper I wanted to use. I'm going to be having a white rectangle. So you're really only going to see about maybe a 1/2 inch of the edge. So I have that choice. I really like this one. I may go with that one. But then I've got these pretty ones that are just colors. And we are doing watercolor. So that's a choice. Here's some lines. No, I don't think lines will work for putting a rectangle on top. Oh, here are the oysters with the iridescent, pearlescent. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is, okay, there are two pearl ones. There's two oyster ones. One has the pearl on it and one doesn't. So this is the one that doesn't. But that's a good one because I'm using Pool Party and it would be contrast. So that's a good choice. Then this one, but no, and then this one's more like stripes. So no. So I've limited it down to 3 now. Okay. So we're going to go with, are we going to go with navy? Okay, that's awfully pretty. I really like that. Or watercolor. Kind of blends into the side. Oh, bless you, honey. Did you hear my husband sneeze? And then this one has pretty seashells. So I like the seashells. And I like the oysters. Okay, here we go. What are y'all saying? Do I have any opinions here? Nobody's made an opinion yet. Excuse me. I'm waiting for some opinions. Excuse me. I need a drink. Oh, well, I don't have one. Eeny, meeny, miny, first one. Seashells. Okay, she was the first to say it. And then oysters. Well, seashells came up first, so we're using seashells. All right, I need to cut it at 4 1/4. I want it to go all the way across. So let me get out my trimmer here. Put that away. And this away. And this over here. Goodness gracious. All right, here we go. So I need 4 1/4. And now, since I have 6-inch paper, the By the Bay paper comes 6 by 6. I don't really need to trim it this way because I'm going to be tearing it. But if you had a long piece, you need at least up to 5.5 inches. So, because we're going to tear at an angle. All right. Now, here's our tip, and I'm going to zoom in for you. When I tear this, and I want it to be at an angle, but I want the white paper, that in-between layer, to show. Okay. And I'm going to show you on here. So if I tear this away, this piece here, it's going to leave the white right there. And that's what I want. So the part that you're pulling away is going to have the white on the back. Whoops, sorry. The white on the back. You can't see that very well. There you go. You can see the white on the back. The part that stays down, the white will be there. Okay. So that is how you tear paper to get it the way you want it. Now, if you don't want any white, if you just want that ragged edge, then use the piece that you're pulling towards you. Okay. But if you want the white edge, then use the piece that's stayed down there. All right. So here we go. And I want the white to show. So I'm going to be pulling. And like I said, I'm going to be going at an angle. All right. And I'm going to try. And this is kind of hard to do an angle with a finger. If you have a tearing tool, that makes this a lot easier. Okay. Oh, it didn't go down at an angle enough. Shoot, but I don't want to pull that way. Let's see if I can pull this way. Yeah, sometimes it's easier to get a tearing tool, but if you don't have a tearing tool, which a tearing tool is just like a metal ruler that holds it, but it's not a straight edge. It has a ragged edge. All right, let me tear some of this white away. There we go. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now this piece, I can turn it over and use that side, or I can just keep this side with just a ragged edge and no white. So either way, let's get our base. Now let me zoom back out so y'all can see what I'm doing. Whoa, not that much. Sorry, didn't mean to. Okay. I think I've messed up my screen up here. Hold on. Is that good? No, still need a little more. Okay, there we go. All right, so I want to put this here, and I'm just going to use my glue. Hey, Dorothy, you'll watch later. She has Bible study on Zoom today. Well, have fun. What are you studying? Well, you can tell me later since you got to get over there, but make sure you're doing it on the right part. Okay, there we go. So our challenge this week is tearing paper. Okay, tearing paper. There we go. Got it. Looks awesome. Looks awesome. Now, our next technique is a watercolor wash. So put this away. We're going to get out some watercolor paper, and you can get this at Stampin' Up shop, at my shop, or you can get it in a craft store. But watercolor paper and watercolor. And what I'm going to do, I've got my water here, and we have aqua painters. Aqua painters just have water in the barrel. Can you see the water in there? Yeah. And so when you squeeze it, the water comes into the brush. And then, so you have a wet brush. But I have a bowl of water here too, because sometimes I get tired of squeezing it. I need lots of water, and I need lots of water today for watercolor wash. Next thing is I need some watercolor. So our ink is watercolor based, is water based, not watercolor based, water based. And so this is the Pool Party ink refiller that goes with the Pool Party ink. Now, one way to get ink on the inside of your palette, okay, so this is my paint palette right here, is to squeeze it. And you can see where the ink pad touched that. But that's not enough ink for doing a watercolor wash. So I'm going to put one drop, maybe two. Yeah, probably two. 1, 2. All right, that's plenty because I don't want it real dark. And first, so this is called a watercolor wash. Your first step is to get water on your paper. Okay, no color, just water on the paper. Okay, and I like the big fat brush for this. Okay, got lots of water on there. All right, now I'm going to dip it in the ink and watch this. And it just, isn't that fun? Okay, and I don't want it to go out on the edge too much, because I'm going to do a deckled edge rectangle around it. That's plenty. All right, so there we go. That's called a watercolor wash. Now, of course, it's wet paper, so I need to dry it. You can let it sit there overnight, or you can get a heat gun. Okay, so let me get the heat gun. So one of these little guys, can you see it in the little picture there? Okay, I know y'all can't see very well, but what I'm going to do is just take the heat gun. There you go, like that. And I'm just drying it. Now, as you dry on the top, you also want to dry on the bottom. As you dry on the bottom, then come back up to the top. Don't get your fingers in there. Okay. It's hard to keep in the film. It's in the camera, I mean. Okay. Looks like we're almost done. I'm doing the back, doing the front, and that keeps it flat when you go back and forth like that. That's the reason you do that. If you do it overnight, it will dry flat. Okay, so there we go. We got that. Now, what I said was I wanted to cut this out. Since we're doing a torn paper technique, I want the torn paper look. And so these are the deckled dies, which that's what I was talking about a tool that tears your paper for you. Gives you that look. But here's my die. And I'm just going to put that on there. I was hoping I didn't go too far out. Nope, I'm good. Okay, I'm going to tape it on here. Oops, all my tape's missing. All right, how are we doing? Do we have any questions? Yeah, the base layer is Pool Party. That's right. And that's another reason I love Stampin' Up! Is all the colors coordinate. I'm using Pool Party cardstock, Pool Party ink. The designer series paper has Pool Party in it. So, yeah, just beautiful. Okay, and I'm just going to put that right on there and send this through. Hold on. And you go there, and you go there. Oh, there we go. Oh, I should have turned it in an angle. That's another tip, is when you put a rectangle die into a cutting machine like this, when you put it straight in, it's hard sometimes for the wheels to catch it. So it does help if you go ahead and turn it so it's just catching this part first and then going across. But this worked just fine, so we're good. And here, and come back over here. Now, be very careful. Watercolor paper is can tear very easily. So when you're pulling off your washi tape or nonstick tape, just do it very slowly so you don't accidentally tear it. All right, that's done. And there is my deckled. Oh, you can't see when I do that. Okay, y'all can see good enough. You can see that it's deckled. Now, where did my card front go? Here it is. Okay, so this is going to go on here like this, but we are not done yet. Okay, so let's put this over here and this over here. And I need some white, just plain white cardstock for stamping to show the reverse stamping. You will love this. All right, I got that. And let's get some white paper. I am going to be cutting this out, so I just need some scrap paper. And this, I was punching a bunch of circles yesterday, so this is good scrap paper. Go. Perfect. Okay, now that I've got that, and I do need a foam pad. This is called Sea Turtle Stamp Set. Let me zoom out just a wee bit more. Sea Turtle Stamp Set, and it's reverse stamping. So it stamps this image and this image. Okay, this image and this image is the same stamp. Okay, so all of them are like that. And it's called reverse stamping. Let me show you what that means. So we've got our sea turtle here. Here's our sea turtle. Oh, goodness, he is really stuck on there. Ugh. Okay, now, this side, I know you can't tell, but this side is the detailed side. Woo! This side is flat. There's nothing, there's no, no nothing. I don't know. And I want, so for reverse stamping, I want the outline of the turtle first. So I'm putting the detailed side down on my stamp. Okay, just like that. And I'm using Bermuda Bay because I want it to be a dark sea turtle, but I don't want the reversible side dark. I want the detailed dark. All right, so I need to stamp off. All right, this is a pretty big stamp. So, and you need an extra large block. Whoa, look how cool that is. All right, so you need an extra large block. Now, I'm going to stamp it once on the scratch paper, scrap paper, okay, to pick up some of that ink. Ooh, that's a dark sea turtle. And now we're going to go on here and stamp. Some people call that the kiss method. Some people call it, oh no, oh shoot. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Oh, thank goodness. Phew. Yeah, that's you should always use a stamparatus if you've got one. Okay, so that is the outline. That's the background of the turtle. Now I need the detailed side. So first, I need to get the ink off of the back of the turtle. And most stamps, if they're symmetrical, so if they're symmetrical like that, most stamps you can do this technique. It's so fun. You can even do it with non-symmetrical if you want like a one of those sloppy looks, you know, where you get out of the lines. A lot of people like to do that, where you have the lines and then you kind of stamp a little to the side so that the coloring is not in the lines. So you can do reverse stamping with those kind of stamps too. All right, so I've got my turtle on here. Now this time I do want it dark. So I'm going to see if I can get ink on here. This is a big stamp. Ugh. Okay. All right. Yeah. Make sure he's got ink on that. Now make sure I also, okay, you guys, I'm going to have to lean over so I can make sure this lines up. So excuse the top of my head, please. And okay. And I'll make sure I get the little fins in the head. All right, cross your fingers. Yes! Isn't that awesome? I love it. Oh my gosh, I love sea turtles. Oh, so cool, so cool. Okay, I'm gonna quickly cut this out. Do we have any questions? Let me run over here real quick and look. Oh, all my Texas friends, are we all ice skating? I mean, even Austin got ice. It's crazy, crazy, but it's very typical. Texas usually gets at least one ice storm a year. And usually it only lasts a few days and then we're good. And this is very hard to cut with big scissors. Let me get my little scissors. Whew. Okay. Okay, let me cut that off. My way. Okay. How we doing? Hello, hello. Oh, Linda loves this stamp. Yes, I do too, Linda. It's my first time to use it, so I'm glad I got it out. All right. Oh, so we have a new month today, February. Love February. And I'm all in pink today. I'm probably going to be wearing pink and red all month. I just love it. Lots of hearts. There we go. Oh, goodness. Sorry, I should have had one cut out for you guys. I know it's no fun watching me cut. But trying to think of something else to mention while I'm doing this. Don't forget our celebration. We only have 1 month left. So January, a lot of you already got everything you wanted. We are going to have hopefully some more new celebration items to choose from. I heard a rumor. I haven't gotten any details yet, but that'll be cool if we get some new celebration items. And of course, if you say, well, I've got everything I want, you can always get more envelopes, more cardstock, more adhesive. That'll get you up to $50, and then you get your free item. And also, don't forget, we do have the joining special too. That is really amazing. Special. You get $76 of free product. So you get $175 of product, but you pay the $99, or you can pay $129 and also get a mini stamp and emboss machine. That's a pretty good deal, isn't it? All right, so we've got our sea turtle. Now our sea turtle is going to go on here like that. We've got that, and we need some twine. Okay, let's put this cute baby together. So first of all, I'm going to actually do it twice. So let me open it up. Okay, and I want my tie on this side. There we go. So I need enough to tie the bow. There we go. And then I'm going to wrap it twice and come around. Okay. Now the trick is keeping it at an angle. All right. So let me tie it first and then I'll worry about my angle. Okay, I'm definitely going to need someone to hold that for me. So let me get out my tweezers here. Self-clamping tweezers, my little trick there I use to tie bows. Since I have fake fingernails and it's really hard to tie bows with fake fingernails. There we go. Perfect. Love it. I'll take that off and tighten that. Okay, and tighten this side. Tighten it one more time and trim it. Okay. Now, so I have the twine there and the twine. Ooh, a little tight. Okay, that's all right. That'll work. Yeah, that works. I like that. All right, so then we have our bow on this side. And now we're going to put this here and this here. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. All right, let me put dimensionals on and we are done. Congratulations to Bonnie. Bonnie, don't forget, I need your mailing address. I'll be back Friday, Funfold Friday, and y'all stay safe and warm. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, you'll want to do that also. Oh, you know, I never put, I'm sorry, I forgot to change my banner back to join the card challenge. Okay, so the card challenge is torn paper, tearing paper, like we did right here. It can be anything else. You can be any other kind of card. It just has to have torn paper on it. So that's going to be fun. I keep saying, I'm sorry. No, nothing to be sorry about. Okay. And then our turtle. Oh, I forgot. Oh, shoot. I forgot to stamp my sentiment. Oh, and I already put the dimensional on there. I guess the sentiment is going on the inside. Oh, well, that's what I get for talking and stamping at the same time. Oh, goodness. He's got lots of dimensionals on him. There we go. Oh, thank you, Michelle. She said another beautiful card. Oh, you're so welcome. Yep. All of us who are iced in, we all get to work on our cards. So it's a fun time for stamping. All right. And then that just goes right there and da-da. Now I would have put a sentiment. Actually, there's really no room for a sentiment. I'd probably have to put it, I could put it up here, but I think I'm just going to leave it blank and put my sentiment on the inside. Okay. Can't wait to see what you guys create. That's it. Y'all have a blessed day. Double check for questions. Don't forget, put a Q or a question mark so I can see it because I'm scrolling kind of fast. Yes. So Mary asked, is this a sea turtle stamp set? Yes, it's called Sea Turtle. There it is, Sea Turtle. Now, I had the Seaside Bay out here to use one of the sentiments, but didn't do that. So, yeah, we have lots of ocean stamp sets, people who like the ocean. Okay, that's it. Oh, no, Mary said, how do you order Stampin' Up with your store? Yeah, Mary, so when you go to stampinup.com, choose me as your demonstrator and then use this host code. If you use this host code, it's automatically going to go to my store, okay? Now, if you order over 150, do not use the host code because you'll get your own host rewards, but just make sure it says you are shopping with Kristina Reese. Okay, good question. Bye, you guys.